So you've had quite a whirlwind, as they say, like 36 hours.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell the audience what you've been up to?
So I went to Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, for their comedy festival. I think it's their first one.
Yeah, they don't allow comedy in the Middle East.
No,
do they?
they do. What they did was they did a week. They did 1 week, and they did about a show a night. There was Aziz did it, Schultz did it, Chappelle, Maz Jobrani was there.
Not a lot of women on that lineup.
No,
I don't think they're allowed to speak in public.
no, they didn't want any broads there, but like, no,
to
it
wear
was,
a burqa?
So they had the week, I think, for the festival.
Okay.
So it came in, and they were, it was a good offer, and then I remember that it included my airfare and hotel, but like not airfare for the rest of whoever you want to bring, right? So I was like, okay. I accepted it, and I thought I was in business on Etihad, which is a really nice airline, and business is like phenomenal. So I bought business class tickets for my whole crew to travel because, you're like, this is a long ass flight. But they had actually the festival got me a first class ticket.
Ooh.
And if you look at first class on Etihad, it's fucking crazy. It is crazy. So we get on this. I mean, it's like for such a quick trip, that flight is a huge chunk of what you're doing. You're just flying.
Oh my God,
right?
dude, look at that.
Yeah, it's the eighth. So you have that. You see that second photo there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that's like it's like a little apartment. Basically.
Dude, that was like my first apartment in San Francisco.
Where the guy's sitting, if he reaches down to the right there, that's a refrigerator that's stocked.
Wow.
It has like drinks. There's a vanity cabinet there. There's storage, and then the beige part you see in the bottom there, they press a button and that turns into a bed, and then they come and do it.
And does a lady come and
Yeah. But
touch your stuff?
they also provide, crazy menu. I mean, there's a chef on board.
What?
Yeah.
What did you eat?
Oh my God. So I'm up there. So, and what's funny is at the end, it's a double decker. It's an A380.
Jesus.
So we're up top, and as I'm going to the bathroom the first time, I look down the stairs, and all these like pores are like boarding, and they look up and they're like, they're like, look, and then we all just look down. And we're like, ugh. So
Jesus.
I go to the bathroom, and the bathroom is huge, right? And they'd given us this like leather attaché that had Armani pajamas,
Jesus.
slippers, a little pouch that had like skincare products, sleep mask, all kinds of stuff. So you're like, holy cow. So I changed right away because I've done these international flights, and I know that the pajamas are the move.
If you can do it.
Get out of your clothes and get into pajamas.
Absolutely. You just change in the bathroom.
Yeah, right away.
I've done it.
Before we even, we're still boarding the flight. You just change right away. Mm-hmm. They have a closet, so I put my stuff in a closet there.
Jesus.
Yeah. And then I sit down and I'm waiting, and then I see Chris Tucker board, right? Because, he's another one who's on the festival. He had in that first class, there's another thing called the residence.
What?
So if you put in Etihad first class, the residence, yeah. So it has a bedroom in it.
What?
And so I walked over to his, and I go, what the fuck? And he goes, I paid more, man.
Wow.
I paid more. So he had a full he had the same setup as we do: private bathroom, private shower, private bedroom.
Shower. I was going to ask you about the toilet. I feel like you deserved your own toilet.
Well, there's two huge ones up there I think there's only 10 people in first class. Okay. And there's 2 full bathrooms in there. So we're on the flight, and as the lady is doing, what would you like to drink? Have you thought about what you want to eat? She says, can I book you a shower?
What?
While you're on here? And I go, no, I'm good. And then I kind of stop and I go,
how?
I go, should I? And she goes, have you ever showered on a plane before? And I go, no. She goes, maybe you should try the experience. And I go, oh, okay. I go, yeah, I guess book me. So what we do is you book your slot, and then you have half an hour dedicated for that bathroom. And so what I did was I booked it for closer to arrival. So I was like,
Smart.
I'll sleep, eat. So then, by the way,
take your shit.
I have to
and
tell
then
you,
shower.
I have to make sure I tell you about the shower in a little bit. So I'm really tired. This is like 3 or 4 days where I know I'm not getting enough sleep. Like at home, I'm going to things. Then I have to get on a flight to go to New York so that I'm not, as my insurance for this flight. And I arrive late. I get up early. I know I'm dragging. And the more exhausted I am, the more I'm going to fall into like a super deep slumber, and I know I'm going to snore in any time. So this plane has a lounge between first and business class where it's a round leather seats with a table, and then the attendants will serve you there. So at one point,
It's wild. I can't even imagine
I know.
how many can they, sorry to interrupt, but how many units can they have like this? It takes up a ton of space.
Well, so there's 11, I think, first class seats.
Jeez.
There's 70 business class seats.
Okay.
70.
Wow.
That's full beds too.
Yeah, wow.
And then downstairs there's 405 seats.
What?
Yeah. And that's basic and basic plus. Yeah.
So there's a lounge, sorry. So you guys
Yeah.
meet in the lounge.
Oh yeah, you see that circular.
Yes. This is banana. I've never even
I know,
seen
it's
anything like
really
this in my
crazy.
life.
So I get up and I can tell I've fallen. I knew I was sleeping real crazy. Okay. Like I wake up and I've been asleep for 3 hours, but I feel, I'm like, I get up and I'm like, ugh, I could feel it in my throat and my head that it was like, it wasn't nice sleep. It was exhaustion sleep,
Yeah.
you know? And I kind of gather myself. I walk over to that lounge and my friends are there. And they're like, hey, did you sleep? And I go, yeah. And the flight attendant goes, she goes, I think they heard you in the back of the plane.
Oh.
And I was like, what? I was like, I didn't snore. And she goes, so I must have ripped so hard that everybody in that section was like,
You ruined first class.
yeah, I ruined it.
You
'cause
ruined
there's-
Chris Tucker's.
It's not covered, you know?
You ruined Chris Tucker's suite.
I was just like, oh.
You've been ruining my life too. I mean,
I know.
I've had to go sleep in the kids' room. I sleep with Julian because I'm just miserable. Oh, you just watched a YMH highlight. Did you love it? Why don't you have more fun? Click around. Click here, click there, click everywhere. Put a clicker in your beehole. Look, try it out. Have more fun. Why don't you subscribe? That way, every time a video drops, you can be notified. You don't have to think about it. Just do it, man. You're not going to miss a moment of denim. Pull your jeans up, subscribe.